assists tonight. She is the new singles game scoring leader for CWC, and she does so in her fourth game as a Rustler. She scores 35 points tonight. Congrats to Ari Rodriguez. Game highs for Emily Sawyer. I had her at 21 points and 18 rebounds in the game tonight. Natalia Ballin, 14 points. That's a new high for her. SB Vergara had 9, 6 each for Trevort, Hein, and Ukai. And, Tiffany Trevort out there scoring 6 points with 9 rebounds again. And she also brought in 3 steals. Tal had 4 steals in the ball game. Rodriguez played 37 of the 45 minutes tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
As she plays the most of any Rustler. Ari Rodriguez, 37.58. So she almost played 38 minutes of the 45 tonight. Zoe Skeens, though, played all but 36 seconds on the other side of the game.
Did she really?
44 minutes and 24 seconds for Zoe Skeens. And, wild one there for Zoe. She ends up with 23 points to lead the way for Dawson. 21 for Hudson Cannoli. 17 for Old Coyote. 16 for Old Elk. And they fouled out what felt like a month ago in this game because of how long it went. 12 for Delaney in the ball game. Central wins it in overtime. There'll be a lot more stats posted to RustlerAthletics.com that you can see, as well as we've got a power on. Final thoughts, Devin?
No, I've said it. It really didn't look like CWC came to play tonight, but they didn't give up, and they kind of just kept chipping away. Put a lot of pressure on Dawson, which turned into a lot of easy points, which gave them the kind of that momentum they needed to get back into the game and win this one.
Well, and then looking at this too, I mean, they were down 17 at one time, were the Rustlers.
Yeah,
they had gotten it to 5 and then a 10-point run, put it back up. It's like Dawson answered the bell every time until they didn't at that last juncture when Central, and then still went overtime and ends up being a Central win in overtime, 99-93.
That's it's still a win. So I think Coach will be a little happier about their performance tonight than last night, for sure.
Devin, appreciate you sitting in with me today. You have a wonderful Wyoming weekend. And we'll see you again Tuesday night when NJC comes to town for the ladies. With that, that'll wrap us up on the Bailey Enterprises postgame show for the ladies. The stream will stop if you're watching for the men. That will start again on a different stream. You'll need to click out, come back on CWC Rustlers, and check that out. Those of you on radio, it'll be seamless. We'll run right in to our pregame show brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply. We'll do that with an interview with the head coach, Brad Schmidt. Ladies win it 99-93. They'll play again Tuesday against NJC. For Amanda, Noah, Devin, I'm John Gabrielson. This has been a presentation of Rustler Media.
County10.com supports this Rustler radio broadcast. At County 10, their mission is to connect the communities that make up Fremont County. Whether you're looking for updated community news, the local events calendar, up-to-date job listings, the details about new businesses in town, the Student of the Week spotlight, or just want to watch local athletic events, County10.com is working to keep Fremont County communities connected.
Myers-Gambles is a proud supporter of Rustler Sports Broadcasts. They're located in downtown Lander at 420 Main Street, offering furniture, mattresses, appliances, home office, kitchen, and more. They feature brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Jenn-Air. Turn around, shop in town. More details can be found online at landergambles.com.
Central Wyoming College spring semester enrollment is now open. Whether it is automotive, nursing, mountain bike and trail building, or our new bachelor's option of law enforcement, CWC has something for you. Go to cwc.edu to apply today. Change your future at Central Wyoming College.
Family on me. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Driving Marbury kicks it out. Jaden Warren high, arcing triple is gone. Talking with head coach Brad Schmidt of the CWC men's basketball team. And coach, last night the thought 119-78. I know they had you for 46 assists, which probably really isn't possible, but I guess does outline the fact that your team had a pretty good team game last night.
We've shared the ball since preseason, even when we were playing open gyms and didn't have a whole lot of structure within the system. So I'm not concerned with my guys sharing the ball. There's almost times where we're almost too unselfish, where I feel like there's there's times where Javon and Marbury have times where they're at the basket and try to make a 50-50 pass, or just shooting the basketball where they'd probably have more success, which I can't fault the guys for that. You know, I don't feel like we have anybody that's inherently selfish. So no, I was pleased with our effort last night. It was just a weird game in some regards that they were so bad defensively that they took us out of what we wanted to do, and you almost just had to play open gym and give the guys a ton of freedom, which definitely is not going to translate to tonight's game.
You talked about feeding Roberts. 25 points, new career high for him last night. Obviously could have had more had he stayed in the game, but, through when the game still had some doubt in it, I thought he performed with them feeding him the ball.
He's a beast right now. I mean, and that's with him not even hitting jump shots, which is a big strength of his game, is being able to stretch the floor and shoot threes, and that's probably been the one area he has not got going quite yet. So, it's just, he's elite with his back to the basket right now. His little, 5-foot baby hooks from either side of the paint, his mid-range pull-up game is elite. So, no, we're gonna keep getting him the ball, and he's got a tough matchup tonight against Asa and all these other guys from Dawson.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but real quick, what do you get out of a game like that last night where you're 10 points shy of a career, a scoring record for Central? Some good things you get out of a game like that last night?
The biggest thing I hope some of the guys have taken from it is getting their swag going, as far as being able to play with the lights on, popcorn popping, against guys that want to be college basketball players, and some of those kids last night probably could have been on certain rosters. And I hope that Solomon's big game last night carries over some mojo, because he didn't play great last week as far as knocking down shots, but I think everybody saw his potential last night. I think Vince is getting better every single game, and I'm going to put him in the starting lineup today too, just because he's just bringing more pop and more energy to the floor than Beeman is currently. So we're going to shake things up a little bit there, but that's probably the biggest thing. Hopefully these guys are just got some kind of false sense of confidence from playing last night, but it's weird how that'll carry over to the next game and into preceding games.
I think that doesn't really, the confidence maybe, but maybe not the false side, because of the opponent you have today. They're 4-0. They watched them play yesterday. You called me on the way home last night and said there's going to be a major college basketball game here today, and this is a good basketball team you're facing. What has to happen to be successful today?
You're right. Dawson's really good program, and they have been for years. They've been have dominated the Mondac ever since I've kind of been out in the Mountain West, and their team this year is very indicative of that as well. They got depth at the 4-5 spot, which is hard to come by at the junior college level. Buckman at the 1 is really good, but we got to take care of the ball. That's going to be a big emphasis, is just ball control and beating their different presses and how they run and jump in the half court. So we got to take care of the ball. But I think the biggest key for us is we got to come out. We got to be physical. We got to the first shot they take, I want guys getting stuck. I don't care if we knock somebody down and get called for a foul. We have to be more physical. That's what killed us against NJC. And I think that's probably going to be one thing that will hurt us all year, is games where we get soft or I don't think we're getting a fair whistle instead of just playing hard and playing tough. So that's the number one thing on the scout as we get ready tonight.
Javon had his finger thing taken off in a scrum at one point. You're like, oh man, don't hurt that finger. I saw Vince kind of babying that ankle a little bit, maybe still feeling it. How are we injury-wise right now?
I think we're fine. Vince's ankle it's an ankle issue. I think he's probably playing at only probably 80 to 90%, and I don't know if he'll ever get back to 100 until we get to Christmas break, just because we got games stacked on top of each other. Vaughn's finger is, he made some threes last night and he played a lot better. So I think mentally, that's getting out of his head a little bit. I'm not quite sure if it's really bothering him from a physical standpoint. He hasn't been bobbling passes. His ball handling looks fine. So we've talked about it, and I think it's just a mental thing where he's getting more comfortable with it. And I don't think we'll have any effects tonight with any of the guys.
All right. Anything else, Coach?
Nope.
Appreciate you coming by. Good luck in the game. Good luck in the camp. Send us a couple players.
Will do, John.
As the second largest intercollegiate athletic association in the country, the NJCAA serves not only a pivotal role in college athletics, but in higher education. The NJCAA Foundation aims to move the association forward through resources, grant programs, and other special initiatives. Your gift to the NJCAA Foundation We'll make a difference and create opportunities.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is helping in the battle with COVID-19. This month, they are focusing on two crucial aspects of this battle: COVID-19 testing and vaccination. Wind River Cares is offering free COVID-19 testing kits and strongly urge you to get vaccinated. You can call 856-9281 to obtain a free testing kit or inquire about vaccination. Together, you'll reduce the virus's spread and keep our community safe. Your health matters, so prioritize safety, stay informed, and work towards a healthier, COVID-free future. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare, your partner in this fight against COVID-19.
This is Rustler Basketball.
He'll hit angle, trailing the play for the jam. De La Cruz for three. Drop step, Roberts to the rack. Nesbitt penetrates, rises, he'll fire for 15.
Rustler Basketball is brought to you in part by Porter's Mountain View Supply, YDOT, Fremont Chevrolet, Bailey Enterprises, Sutherland Lumber Company, and County 10. Also by Myers Gambles in Lander, Gales Carpet One, and Altitude Interiors, the Wind River Casino, and Wind River Cares.
Family on me. 1, 2, 3, family.
Now, to Rustler Jim, here's John Gabrielson.
Exciting overtime win for the CWC ladies as they win at 99-93 over Dawson Community College out of Glendive, Montana. And now it is on to the men's game. The CWC men coming in at 2-2 on the season, taking on the undefeated 4-0 Buccaneers of Dawson Community College. Hey, good afternoon. I'm John Gabrielson. Thanks for tuning in to RustlerAthletics.com as well as here on 88.1. And those of you tuning in person, perhaps with the radio in the building, as we're getting ready for basketball here from Central Wyoming College. And again, congratulations to Ari Rodriguez as Ari scores 35 points in the women's game and is the single game high scorer since CWC has brought the sport back. And she eclipses the 34 points apiece by Palani Tirawa, Marissa Hogan, and Essie Latu, who all had 34 in games. Let's give you the starting lineups, and first off, let's do it for the home team, your CWC Rustlers, and they will start like this for head coach Brad Schmidt in his 6th season. Number 2, a 5'10 freshman out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, is Lawrence De La Cruz, leading scorer, one of the leading scorers, averaging 13.7 per ball game. Number 3, the start tonight is Vince Tedeschi. Vince, a 6'2 freshman out of Phoenix, Bella Vista Prep. There's a few of them on there, 2 of them, in fact, in the starting lineup here tonight. Number 3 is Sam Marbury, a 6'6 freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds. And number 20, he is the leading scorer, the 6'10 sophomore, also out of Phoenix, Bella Vista Prep. That is Julian Roberts. And number 24 is a 6'5 sophomore, Javon Nesbitt out of Freud, Montana, averaging just under 5 with 4 rebounds per ball game. So De La Cruz, Tedeschi, Marbury, Roberts, and Nesbitt. Roberts, by the way, his new career high as a Rustler came last night with 25. Vince Tedeschi's new career high came last night with 13 as the Rustler men putting on a dunking exhibition pretty much in warm-ups on their end of the floor right now. The Dawson Buccaneers have just come back out of the locker room. Let's take a look at their starting lineups here tonight. Number 1 is Ty Buckman, and Ty is a 6'3 sophomore out of Woodlands, Texas, averages 23 a game, and he scored 26 with 6 threes in the Mondac Championship game last week. He's 50% from 3. Ty Buckman can light it up. His dad, Ty Buckman Sr., I do believe, Tyrone, is in fact still the all-time assist leader at Idaho State University. If it's Idaho State, I wrote it down, looking at it right now, as a matter of fact, and wondering where that's at. So Tyrone Buckman Sr. Pretty good career, and he only spent a couple of years there on top of it. So he puts together some pretty good lineage there with Ty Buckman. He'll wear number 1. Levi O'Brien is a 6'5 freshman out of Littleton, Colorado from Columbine High School. Number 12 is Seth Amonrud. He is a 6'3 freshman from Bozeman, Montana. He went to Manhattan Christian just outside. He won 2 state titles. And Rocky Erickson, if you followed the Wyoming-Montana All-Star Series ever, Rocky Erickson from the Northern Sports Network in Billings, one of the people that brings you those games, he called Seth Amonrud the MVP of the tournament for the Montana team. Seth Amonrud wears number 12. Roniel Ogwekwe. He's a 6'7 sophomore from Ireland, averaging 8 points, 6 rebounds per ball game. Also is Justin Aussie. Aussie is wearing number 50. He's a 6'6 freshman. He is a big kid. He is averaging 15.6 rebounds per ball game. Justin has lost somewhere around 60 or 70 pounds to play. He was well over 3 bills, said Coach Pete. And he has lost 50, 60, 70 pounds somewhere in that neighborhood. And he is going to be a load for the Rustlers to handle. As like I said, he's listed at 6'6", but he's a big, strong, wide body down low. And he is a 71% free throw shooter. He had 21 points yesterday, which is career high, or at least a season high, I know that, as he had 21 points yesterday in the win over Western Nebraska, in which they won 77-68. So Dawson, despite being the road team, they will be in the white uniforms today. Your Rustlers, the home team, dressed in their home blacks, well, road blacks, home to blacks today, orange numbers and white trim. And they'll go right to left as we look at Rustler Gymnasiums to start things off. And the Dawson Buccaneers will go the opposite direction. Again, coming up at halftime of this men's game, we will be talking with Tiffany Tervort and Ari Rodriguez. They'll be the pair that have been chosen to come up and visit with us, as Ari had 35 points. Tiffany under the weather. She should probably go home and go to bed, but number 10, Levi O'Brien. Number 12, Seth Amonrud. And then they'll go back to the top of the page with Ty Buckman. And there's Roniel Ogwekwe. And here comes Justin Aussie for the visiting Dawson Bucks. Their head coach is Joe Peterson. They call him Coach Pete. He's in his 9th season. They have kind of ruled the roost in Region 13 as of late. And they're off to a 4-0 start on the year. For the Rustlers from Canada, Lawrence De La Cruz will start things off. Then it's Vince Tedeschi, Sam Marbury, Julian Juice Roberts, and Javon Von Nesbitt. Central in their black unis. Orange trim, Brad Schmidt in his 6th season, assisted by Mike Newman. Coach Pete said, "Can you give a shout out to my wife and my kids?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I asked him how many kids. He said 2 5-year-olds. And I said, "Twins?" And it sparked an entirely different conversation where Coach Pete and his wife have fostered somewhere around 16 different kids over the last 7 years, and adopted one while pregnant with their own kid. And I tip my cap to Coach Pete and his wife and those 2 kids, and making lives better for everybody. That is awesome. We talked about that for probably as much time as we did anything else basketball, but Coach Pete fostering those kids and adopting one while pregnant, and not a lot of people would do that. And so, again, like I said, a tip of the cap to both of them in something that is a lot more than basketball for sure, as Dawson will maintain possession first. Buckman gives the ball to Amonrud. Now they'll hand it back to O'Brien. Amonrud cutting, lost the handle, gathers it back in. He'll spin for 6 and get it. Seth Amonrud has 2 points and a quick 2-0 Dawson lead. Tedeschi in the backcourt. Marbury finds Nesbitt up in the left side corner. Vocal, Dawson bench on that left side. There's Juice with his first touch. Low block, but he's 17 feet away. He'll fire anyway. He'll miss it. Aussie has the rebound for the Buccaneers. Cross court, O'Brien wide open. Triple, and he'll knock it down. Quick 5-0 advantage, 50 seconds in for the Buccaneers. They're going to full court pressure the Rustlers. Bucks beat Western yesterday. Tedeschi in the midcourt circle. Wants a pick from Roberts. Going to get it on the right side on Ammanrud. Back up top to Marbury. Lob down low. Roberts gets free, and he'll jam it home. Nice entry pass, and Roberts with the flush. Our score, the Rustler bench now getting vocal. Wide open, Ammanrud, top of the key for three. He knocks it in, and a foul underneath. Who is the foul going to go in? Now the referees will all confer. The foul is going to go against Aussie underneath, but they are going to give the three to Ammanrud. So basically just gives a foul to Aussie. And it will be Central basketball out of bounds and underneath their window to the right, facing full court pressure. 8-2 on a pair of threes. Dawson's shooting very well. Their ladies came out and hit 7 of 9 threes in the first quarter. Right now, 2 for 2 from the three-point land. De La Cruz in paint, turns around 15, elbow. That's good. Central 2 for 3. They'll turn it over, do the Bucks, and Nesbitt's going to take it to the glass and score. Got the steal at midcourt, and it's 8-6. O'Brien hands it up to Aussie. Big fella puts it on the floor. Good handles. The scoop with the right hand, and he'll miss it as it falls off the weak side. Their first miss of the ball game. Marbury, the rebound. Marbury in traffic of the front court. Tedeschi to Roberts. Back to Vince. Long triple on the way. That one's no good. And high for the rebound goes Ogwekwe, but he'll lose it. And the shot will roll out by De La Cruz. And the ball swatted out of bounds. And it's going to go Central basketball. Second turnover of the game on the Bucks as they'll turn it over in the front court. Jump pass, De La Cruz to Marbury. Now to Deshi. Vince couldn't control it cleanly. Finally gathers it back in. Fires the three and gets it. Central their first lead and another turnover on the Buccaneers. Central ends back up with it. 3 turnovers on the Buccaneers. Central has yet to turn one over in the first 3 minutes on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Coach Schmidt tells them to settle her down just a bit. They'll put the 2 big guys on the corners of the paint. Nesbitt, nice give and go. Roberts underneath, blocked and fouled by Buckman, who had to come in and help on the play. Buckman will pick up his first, and Roberts will go to the line. Julian Roberts to the free throw line. Mentioned yesterday his role model is his grandpa Rick. Lefty free throw on the way is no good. Julian, 40% free throw shooter coming into the weekend. 9-8 Central. I've seen the lead change hands just one time since it started, and Julian gets the second. He's got 3 of the lead is 2. Central token man-to-man pressure. They've gotten 3 turnovers out of the Buccaneers. Buckman gets in traffic. Down low to Aussie. He'll make a couple of moves. He'll be partially rejected by Roberts, taken away by Marbury up into the front court. Good save by Nesbitt deep in the left side corner. Marbury cross court. They'll go to Deshi. Pump fake, runs past Ammanrud, and contact and an offensive foul. And stepping in is Levi O'Brien on Vince Tedeschi. Vince will pick up his first turnover of the game on the Rustlers with 16:25 left to play first quarter, first half. They play halves in men's basketball after we played 5 quarters of women's basketball. Central girls winning in overtime. O'Brien, they've got numbers. He'll go to the low block, scoots it back out. Ammanrud for a 3, no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds off of Aussie, out of bounds to the Rustlers. Substitution number 1 as checking into the ball game for the Buccaneers is going to be Alexis Nika. He is out of Albania, 6'7", sophomore, 200 pounds. Full court pressure. Find Tedeschi. Behind the back dribble. He'll run through the press and get in the half-court trap. In trouble and calls a timeout quickly. Just a 30-second variety of timeout called by head coach Brad Schmidt. Boy, both teams shooting pretty well early on. Central 4 of 7, 57%, 1 of 2 from the arc. The Buccaneers 3 of 6, 50%. They're 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Big thanks to Porter's Mountain View Supply, our pregame sponsor. Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, our halftime sponsor. Bailey Enterprises is our postgame sponsor. And Buckle Up for Life Wyoming is our halftime sponsor. Central women winning 99-93 in overtime moments ago. And now the men trying to get on the winning side of the ledger. They're 2-2. And they are taking on a team that is undefeated at 4-0 on the season. We've played almost 4 minutes of basketball. Central with a 2-point advantage. Dawson had a 6-point lead at one stretch. Nesbitt working on Ammanrud. Spins, glass, missed it. And Buckland's going to come away with the rebound. They had the matchup they wanted, but Nesbitt can't get it to go over Ammanrud. O'Brien, nope, going to be a travel call underneath there on Ogwekwe. And that is turnover number 4 on the Buccaneers. Marbury finds De La Cruz. Left side corner, Nesbitt back to Lawrence. Now Marbury. Got a black headband on to match the jersey today, as does Roberts. He'll spin in the lane with a left hand. And Julian has 5. Dare I say, his 25 that he scored yesterday, that's his career high as a Rustler. That is going to be, he's going to eclipse that once, if not a bunch of times this season, I have a feeling. Buckman been silent this far, has it fouled by Nesbitt as the shot clock was down to 10. Ty Buckman was named the MVP of that Mondac preseason tournament last week. I like that idea a lot. They got the 8 teams out of region, 13 in the Mondac, got them together, played a 3-day tournament. And they did it at the casino, and they have an event center there. And going to see King Solomon check into the ball game, as well as Lucas Engel, as out comes Tedeschi and Roberts. Lucas Engel out of Riverton, King Solomon out of California. And inbounding it will be Jordan Jasper, who has come in the game, and he'll throw it away. Threw it right into the hands of De La Cruz. Lawrence back up top. King Solomon, 3, doesn't get in. Lucas Engel, though, tries to one-hand the rebound. He has it stripped out of his hands and taken away by Ogwekwe. Jasper has it on a bounce, working on King Solomon. Keeps it, throws it down low, partially knocked out of there. Ogwekwe ends back up with it. And then Alexis Nika is fouled in the paint area. Jaden Warren going to come in after they make the call. It's going to be on Lucas Engel, number 1 on the former 4A West Defensive Player of the Year from Riverton High School. Marbury checks out. Jaden Warren comes in. He's got his own YouTube vlog, and he's got his own clothing line, and I've seen some of the players wearing it, the J-Dog mentality. D'ing up Ammanrud right now. Ammanrud in traffic, puts it off glass and scores. 7 for Seth Ammanrud. Played at a Manhattan Christian smaller school in the Bozeman area. Won a couple of state titles there. Nice move by King Solomon. Dishes to Nesbitt up top, De La Cruz. Lawrence working on Amonrood. Right-hand hook, high off glass, missed it. Engel the rebound, that's no good. And then Alexis Nika will come away with the rebound. Boy, Lucas had some pretty good contact that was not called, and they'll throw it away again. 6 turnovers, numbers. De La Cruz, Solomon lets a man run by, fires for 3, missed it. Ball's going to go to the ground, and Ogwekwe will come away with it. Boy, 6 turnovers already in the first half by Dawson, but Central not being able to capitalize as they'll knock it out of bounds. And we will see Bradley Beeman, who was a starter last night, check into the ball game for Central in our first media break of the contest. 13:36 left to play. It's a 2-point ball game. Central 12, Dawson 10. You're watching on Rustler Media on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, and we'll be back after this.
Okay, we're ready for the big question. Who needs a flu vaccine? There's a lot riding on the answer to this one.
I know, me.
That's right, you. In fact, almost everyone older than 6 months should get a flu vaccine. Every year, influenza leads to hospitalization, even death in some people. So protect yourself with a vaccine and help keep your family and friends healthy.
It's up to you to fight the flu. A reminder from the Wyoming Department of Health.
Introducing the Rustler Cattle Company Podcast, part of the Rustler Podcast Network at Central Wyoming College. Explore the world of meat science with instructor Amanda Winchester and guests for the latest in agriculture and meat science. Whether you're a pro or just curious, the podcast offers insightful discussions and industry updates. Check it out at cwc.edu and search podcast. Subscribe, share now, and be part of the cattle and meat science community. Find it on all major podcast platforms. And don't forget to follow the Rustler Cattle Company on Facebook.
13:36 left to play in the first half. Dawson basketball. They trail by 2. Into the ball game, Demetric Kendall. He's going to be fouled by Marbury, who thought he had a strip of Demetric, and he's going to go shoot some free throws. Sam Marbury back into the game, has his first personal foul. Kendall at the line. Dawson, free throw shooting. They have not shot any. And somebody saying, oh, he gave us one, coach, getting in his head a little bit down there. Gets the second one, cuts the lead in half. Half court. Beeman gives it back to Marbury. Central. Marbury, triple, knocks it down. He called it redemption weekend, did Sam Marbury, and he's got 3 points. And the Rustlers with their biggest lead of the night and another turnover. 7 Buccaneer miscues. Right side, Beeman. He's going to be fouled. Ball loose. Actually, it's King Solomon. It's going to bounce off King and go out of bounds. And it's going to be basketball to the Buccaneers. Driving, and an offensive foul. A block is going to be called. Boy, he was set up for a while. Was he in the circle? They're going to call Engel for his second. I'm going to watch the replay, and by that I mean I watched the web stream that I've got pulled up. We do have replay technology. We just haven't got it employed yet. Oh, he's on the black line. Yeah, good call by the official. Lucas was just in the zone where it doesn't count if you take it, as Jasper hits the first free throw. And he'll check out with 2 personal fouls, and Julian Roberts will come back in. Second one, no good. And they're going to get a foul on the rebound, and it's going to go against. Looks like Kerr Malaire is going to get the call. As Marbury get knocked to the floor. Jasper gets 1 of 2. Dawson is 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Ball knocked out of bounds by Malaire. It will stay Central ball. 12:37 left to play first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Central trying to take down the undefeated Dawson Buccaneers. Team that won the Region 13 preseason tournament. Marbury gets it back from Juice immediately. I would love to see, well, they played it at a native casino that has an event center, so we need to talk the Wind River Casino here into building a 2,000 or 3,000 seat arena. Driving, Solomon fouled underneath. Oh, a jump ball called. Good hands by Ty Buckman. It's going to stay Rustler basketball on the arrow. And to make sure that the arrow is apparently the right direction. It is. At least it's visible now. The arrow was burnt out for much of the women's game. They renewed the subscription on the LEDs. Marbury on the inbound for a triple on the way. Good, his second of the day. Sam Marbury. Pump fake. Buckman steps back. He'll try a triple of his own and knock it down. He has 50% three-point shooting. That's the first shot he's gotten to take today. Rustlers lost him. He cuts the lead in half. Each team has had a 6-point lead in this ball game. Beeman hooks it right side. Sullivan back to Bradley. Beeman now back to King Sullivan. Now Roberts knocked into the right into the hands. Kindle, he jumped in front of it. Jaden Warren, high arcing triple. That one does not go in. And the rebound by Buckman. Third rebound to go along with his 3 points for Ty Buckman. Baseline, Malaire tight ropes the end line, and ball comes into the hands of Kindle. Buckman, another triple. That one dish pans out. And the rebound by Julian Roberts. King Solomon, on the line is Marbury. His left foot just on the black line. And the Rustlers will commit their second turnover. Nesbitt and Tedeschi back into the contest for the Rustlers. Aussie back in. Also going to see Cale Chamberlain check in, a 5'11 freshman from Columbus, Montana. I believe they're the Cougars, are they not? I had some family from Columbus for a while on the interstate there. No, it's going to be a travel, isn't it? Boy, they give the flush to Kerr Malaire. Crowd doesn't like it. So, quite frankly, I thought he traveled with it myself, but the flush says otherwise. It's 18-17. Roberts 17 from the top. Missed it. Rebound to Deshi. Good job, Vince. Nice down low onto Nesbitt. Pump fake. Misses. And tries to dribble out and gets fouled. And this one's getting wild.
Hey, we're not rebounding. Come on. Hey, 25. Hey, it's going to be a long
and the Dawson foul is going to be called on Sam Massacoy.
Come on.
You can hear the gamesmanship underneath. Marbury at the top finds Tedeschi. 16 to shoot, hooks it to Juice. He can't do anything with it as he has to glove it in. He'll fire from 17 baseline and missed it. Ball squirts out. Buckman ends up with it. Long pass up ahead, leading the way, Aussie. He'll score. Well, he got up and down the floor effortlessly, did Aussie, and he gives back the lead to the Buccaneers. Second lead change of the ball game. 19-18. Beeman throws it away. It's loose, and Bradley will get it back at the midcourt stripe. Nesbitt spins in the paint. Marbury, his third triple. No. Rebound, alley-oop style, Nesbitt. Great job by Javon. Quickly the other way. Dawson misses. Nesbitt with rebound number 2. Rustlers have back the lead. We've changed the lead 3 times. Roberts' triple is going to hit the rim and bounce over the backboard and be gloved by Aussie. Second rebound by Justin Aussie. De La Cruz will set to come back in next dead ball. 9:20 left to play. Buckman in the paint. Rejected by Nesbitt. Taken away by Marbury. Great job by Javon. Right side, Nesbitt. Triple on the way. No good. Tedeschi throws his body in the fray. It's going to be saved by Kerr Malaire. Aussie has it. It's getting a little ragged out there. Not really much flow as Tedeschi goes to the baseline, and an offensive foul on Aussie. Will be turnover number 8. I'm going to watch the replay on that because I'm not so sure that Tedeschi was outside of the arc down there as well. See where Vince comes from up at the top, and there's no markings down there for where his other foot was, so I'm not sure the clarification on that or not. Jaden Warren coming back into the ball game. Pump fake, Nesbitt, baseline, in traffic, finds Roberts. He'll fire over the top and get it as he got it over the top of Ogwekwe. 7 points for the lefty, Julian Juice Roberts. 8:35 left to play in the first half. Central by 3. Neither lead has been bigger than 6. And each team has had a lead of 3 lead changes. Nesbitt hazing, and he hurt his finger as his little finger guard came off as he's hazing Massaquoi, and Nesbitt gets the foul. Talked with him in the hallway the other day, and I said, how's the finger? And he said, it's probably not getting any better. And I said, it probably won't till Christmas when you quit banging it around and dribbling the basketball all the time. He said, absolutely. Foul number 6 on the Rustlers, so next one to shoot. Nika, three-pointer, misses. Nesbitt goes up and controls the rebound. Tedeschi walks it across the timeline with Amanrud on him defensively. Shovels it to Nesbitt at the 15-foot mark. Nesbitt in traffic, fires for 8, missed it. And Nika the rebound. Right side, Amanrud triple is good. His second 3 of the night, and the Montanan has 10. Up ahead, Jaden Warren. He'll take it to the rack and be fouled as he gets tumbled over by Roniel Ogwekwe, who commits the foul. And it's going to send Jaden Warren to the free throw line. Jaden, 50% from 3, has not shot any free throws. 3 players from Central out of Bella Vista Prep, Tedeschi, Warren, and Julian Roberts. And Jaden Warren will go shoot a couple of free throws, the first of which is on the way and is good. Breaks the tie. That 3 by Amanrud, by the way, tying us up for the first time in this ball game. Warren breaks the tie. They'll fill the lanes back up. Levi O'Brien back into the contest for the Buccaneers. Offensive rebound by Tedeschi. How about that in the thick of the traffic? They'll get another opportunity. Marbury back into the ball game. Back to the basket. Puts it on the floor, and a hand check foul going to be called on Sam Massaquoi. That's number 2 on Massaquoi. And it will send Marbury to the line on the 7th team foul on the visiting Buccaneers of Dawson County Community College. 1 in the bonus, gets another. 7 points for Sam. He had 14 against Utah State Eastern last Friday, and he gets the second one here. He's got 8. We saw Ari Rodriguez score 35 in the women's game, which is a new singles game scoring mark for CWC a little bit earlier this afternoon. 25-22, Rustlers with a 3-point lead. Amanrud. Good defense by Jaden Warren out there at the hash. Back to Massaquoi. Warren gets on him. Massaquoi's going to take it to the hole, and Roberts will take the rebound away. Second board of the game for Juice. Media timeout will come on the next whistle. As Tedeschi holding it in the midcourt circle. 3 lead changes and a tie. No lead bigger than 6. Ogwekwe gets behind. Roberts will put it off glass and score it on him. Nice entry pass by Tedeschi, and the Rustlers with a 5-point lead now. Amundrud, right side outside. Miller for 17. That was a 3-pointer, no good. Marbury with the rebound up ahead of the pack, and the Rustlers will throw it away. Roberts ends up with it, and he'll score it. Boy, when it rains, it pours for Dawson. They had the ball. Referee tells the Rustler bench to sit down. Largest lead of the basketball game. Amundrud misses his 3. Marbury boxes out his player. It'll go out of bounds to the Rustlers with 6:10 left, and now you get your other media timeout. 6:10 remaining in the first half. It is Central 29. It is Dawson 22. We'll return after this on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Central Wyoming College is committed to recognizing academic and activity-related achievement by offering merit scholarships annually. Apply now for general academic, activity, and program-specific scholarships for the academic year. The scholarship deadline is March 1st. Go to cwc.edu and search scholarships and apply online. Don't forget, the deadline to apply is March 1st. To find the latest information on Central Wyoming College scholarships, go to cwc.edu and search scholarships. You'll be glad you did.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. Apply now for several scholarships available only to our automotive students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Your home of Rustler Basketball is 88.1 KCWC FM, Riverton, Wyoming.
CWC with a 29-22 lead, and thanks to some soccer players that are part-time security interns, they've kind of put a little different atmosphere in Rustler Gymnasium. A little more school spirit, a little more home court advantage with what they're doing. Like to see that. Boy, Tedeschi about got his head taken off by Jordan Jasper. Nothing called, just out of bounds. Rustlers will keep possession. Handed into Tedeschi. He'll have it snared away by Amundrud, who will take it to the rack and score. 12 points for Seth Amundrud. Both benches have only scored 4 points in this one as De La Cruz tight ropes the corner, gets it back over to Tedeschi. Vince, right side, Jaden Warren. Going to feed the juice. Back out, Warren sets his feet. High arcing triple, no good. Sam Marbury battled for but cannot glove the rebound, and Ogwekwe does. And then he's going to get fouled in the backcourt by Tedeschi. Second personal foul on Vince, and it will send Jasper to the free throw line. He will shoot one in a bonus. Coach Pete going to send in, that's Demetric Kendall will check in for Levi O'Brien, who comes out. Dawson's been a dangerous team on their home court. 79-8 at home in the last 6 years. Coach Pete has been the Mondac Coach of the Year twice, Region 13 Coach of the Year 3 times. They're averaging 98 points a game as Jasper hits the first. We're a ways away from that right now, though. 5 minutes left in the first half. We're looking at this one being in around the 70-point range. He scored 77 yesterday in a win over Western. Second one by Jasper is good as he gets both. He's got 3 out of 4, does Jordan Jasper. 29-26 Rustlers. De La Cruz on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard has it poked away from behind by Isaiah Miller. And then the Rustlers, well, they'll turn it right back over. Left side, Jasper puts it off glass and scores. It's a 1-point game, 29-28. Central trading turnovers on that exchange. 5:10 left in the first half on that Fremont Chevy scoreboard. King Solomon hooks it back into the corner to Nesbitt. He'll fly in. Nope, going to shoot it back out to King. 8 to shoot. De La Cruz, 17-foot straightaway is good. Knocks it down. Cruz has 4. Back to a 3-point Rustler lead. 4:45 left to play in the first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Rustlers not back home till the 22nd. Is nice given pop move in there by Demetric Kindle. He'll score. And then Central throws it away. On the inbound, they throw it right to the coach. It's not where you want to turn it over. Is bounce it right into the hands of the coach. If you want to turn it over, do it somewhere else. Jasper to inbound. Throws it up. Kindle controls it. Back to Jasper in the corner for the lead. No good. Marbury will get the rebound on the missed triple. 6 rebounds and 8 points in the first quarter alone for Sam Marbury right now. 4 minutes left in the first half. De La Cruz has it poked away from behind, and it will stay Rustler ball with 17 to shoot.
DK, corner.
Almanrud directing traffic. They'll throw it up to Roberts. Marbury with it. Pick away from the ball by Solomon. He'll run past his man. Rise for 10 and drill it. King Solomon's first basket of the game. And out of bounds. Almanrud on the line. Looked like an open field tackle down there, as Coach Pete don't like to call. It's going to go out of bounds. That is the 9th first half turnover on the visitors here this afternoon. Boy, the ball by Kindle just surprising Almanrud. Nesbitt in traffic, bailed out on a foul. Boy, Dawson wanted a travel first, and then instead Nesbitt's going to go to the free throw line. Jasper will get the call, his first, and it will send Javon Nesbitt to the line. I don't think there's any doubt that he got fouled, but I think the shuffle of the feet came right before that might have been a travel on Nesbitt. They don't call it, and Javon to the line. Free throw on the way is no good. Central 4 of 7 from the free throw line, 57%. 13 of 30, 43%. Dawson 11 of 22, 50%. They've shot 8 times less than the Rustlers because of 9 turnovers, as Nesbitt misses both. Ogwekwe comes away with the rebound. Kindle all the way to the low block, muscles it up. Ball is loose, and Nesbitt ends up with it. Here come the Rustlers. Nesbitt through traffic, off glass, missed it. And coming out of the pack with it was Isaiah Miller. Wide open, Buckman. You cannot leave him open for 3, but oh wow, he airmailed it. I still would not leave him open from 3. He missed everything on that one as he sent it wide of the mark. And he is a 50% free throw shooter. He's deadly from the arc, just off on that one. Marbury gets the bounce back. 3-on-1 underneath Nesbitt. Put it up and in. 6 points for Javon Nesbitt. Rustlers back out to a 5-point advantage. 3 minutes left to play in the first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Appreciate you tuning in on RustlerAthletics.com. Jill is our student director. Spinning, Ogwekwe, Jasper, extra pass. Lay it up, missed it. Ogwekwe can't hit it. And the rebound finally pulled down by Julian Roberts of the Rustlers. His 3rd of the game. Central looking to tie their biggest lead of the game with a 2 here. If they hit a 3, they'll have a new big mark of the game in separation. Marbury back to the basket underneath, spins baseline, gets knocked to the floor. His holding his head as coming out of there with it is the Buccaneers. Right side underneath. Ogwekwe bodies in, right hand hook is good. Marbury got up off the deck and ran back into the action. And we'll get a stop in play as Sam Marbury holding his head after he went down a couple of seconds ago, getting hit in the head. I'm going to watch the replay and see where and how something might have happened here as he hit the referee as he slid into him, it looked like. And they're going to stop play, and Stephanie Gallagher, the athletic trainer at Central, is going to talk with Sam Marbury. Dawson's going to head to their respective bench as well. Cross country saw 4 PRs today at the national championships in Huntsville, Alabama. Larissa McElroy led the Central finish, 75th out of 180 women in the race. Callie Cook was 88th. Amberly Floor, KK Sandall, Tayden Bell, Quentin Gassaway all running for Central. Marbury is going to come out, and he'll still be looked at the training table. Nesbitt, Cruz, Warren, Roberts, and King Solomon, the 5 on the court for the Rustlers. Dressed in black today on the home floor, yet dressed in black in the Classic. Amanrud and Nika in the backcourt as they'll shovel it up ahead to Warren. Give it back to De La Cruz. He'll fire for 3 at the top. That one will bounce and miss. And snaring the hard rebound is Isaiah Miller. His second of the basketball game. Approaching 100 seconds there before. Nice pass underneath. Amanrud left wide open. He's got 14. And it's a 1-point contest with 90 seconds left to play in the first half. De La Cruz runs through traffic. He's going to run it all the way. Dish it off to Roberts. Baseline 6. Left it short. Did Julian. And take it away and lay it up and in on the other side. Jasper. And just like that, the Buccaneers have a 1-point advantage. 4th lead change to the contest. De La Cruz runs past his man. Floater, no good. Touched back up and in by Julian Roberts. 4 rebounds, 13 points. Rustlers have back the lead. Nika, reverse, that scores. Well, they're going up and down the floor now, looking like a team that averages 99 a game. 6 lead changes, the latest to the Buccaneers. De La Cruz stays away from the half-court trap. Solomon with it now. Roberts hands it back to Nesbitt. Penetrates to the 15-foot line. Solomon hooks it back to Javon. Javon's going to float in, gives it off. A hard pass to Roberts, and a late whistle comes in. And the foul is going to go on Jasper. His first. Roberts to the free throw line.
All right, we got 2 shots. 2 shots.
Roberts' free throw is no good. He will get another.
1 shot.
Julian 1 for 3 free throw shooting. Jim gets real quiet here as Roberts will get the second one. And he'll make it 38 apiece. 15 seconds left to play first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. We'll talk with our girls players at the half coming up here in minutes. 5 seconds left to Deshi. Good defense on Buckman. Amanrud over De La Cruz at the buzzer. And we have played 1 half of basketball. Our score at the intermission, all tied up, nothing decided at 38 apiece on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard between the Rustlers and the Buccaneers of Dawson County. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some women's basketball after they got an overtime win. We'll do that after this timeout. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
The Wind River Casino has something for everyone when it comes to dining, and they're a great supporter of Rustler Radio. The Red Willow Steak and Seafood is open Thursday through Sunday from 4 to 10, then later on Friday and Saturday. The Buffalo Sportsbook Grill is open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and later on the weekends. And for a quick bite, the Jeniku Cafe is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And recently opened in the Buffalo Sportsbook Grill, they proudly serve Starbucks. Sunday through Wednesday from 7 to 7, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just south of Riverton on Highway 789 and online with more information at WindRiverHotelCasino.com.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business, it's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
This is your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show on Rustler Radio, brought to you by YDOT, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. And the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, 38 apiece, 6 lead changes, 2 ties. The second one where we're at right now for the CWC men. Quickly leading the way, Julian Roberts has 14 with 4 rebounds for CWC. On the other side, Seth Amenrud has 14 points to lead his team. We'll get into the stats a little bit more here in just a bit. But first, let's talk women's basketball. I've got Ari Rodriguez. I've got Tiffany Trevort with me. 99-93, Central was victorious in overtime. You guys were down, Ari, at one point, 17 points in this ball game. Tell me about it. Let me turn your microphone on first, though.
So we came out a little sluggish, a little slow, thinking that we were going to come out beating them from the jump, but I think that's where we messed up. We always put ourselves in these situations when we should just come out strong instead of coming out strong at the end.
I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Coach platoons you guys, and is it harder to get into a flow? Do you like it so you can just go 9-0 for 2-3 minutes at a time?
I think conditioning-wise, it's easier for us, but sometimes our units don't, how do I say it, combined or flow together the way that it's supposed to flow. So sometimes he has to just say, whoever's producing right now, just go out there and play ball.
Tiffany, your thoughts on that? Tiffany Trevort's on one side of me and Ari Rodriguez on the other side. Sorry, I didn't introduce that here, but tell me about it a little bit from your angle.
It is really nice with conditioning-wise. It is really nice because you can go all out and you know it's for 2 minutes and then you're done. But it is a little frustrating sometimes because then you get into a rhythm and then you get pulled, and some people are hot and then they get pulled, and it's just a little frustrating sometimes, but it works really well for our conditioning style, and when everybody's working well together, then I think it's a great strategy.
Speaking of hot, I was told you have a fever on the bench, and I saw Katie fanning you with a clipboard.
Yeah.
She told me some other stuff. It doesn't sound like you're feeling great today.
Nope, definitely not my best day.
But you go out there. I have you at, yesterday you had 9 points, I think 11 rebounds, 5 steals, 6 points, 9 rebounds today in this one, and you just are solid out there, and I called you a magnet to the ball defensively yesterday. You were just wherever it was. Tell me about your style of play and how you get those numbers.
It is really helpful that I am very long. I have very long arms. I am a very long person, and I've always been very quick, so it's just really helpful that I can get places quicker, and people don't expect me to have long arms, and people don't expect me to be fast because of how tall I am. And so I think people kind of underestimate me for a minute, and so I can jump it and I can be there, and they get caught a little. Both your parents were track athletes at BYU, you had mentioned, right? How come you're not a track athlete? You were a track athlete in high school, correct? Yes. And you chose basketball. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I don't think I got all the genes from my parents on that one. I loved track, but I just didn't really... I think I enjoyed basketball a lot more. I liked the team atmosphere. I love being a part of a team. I think it was the hardest part for me was it was an individual sport, and I'm very a social person. 99-93, you guys win in overtime after being down 17 at one point. And Coach said yesterday 38 minutes was all your guys' fault, putting yourself in that situation. The last 2 minutes he gave you credit for finding a way to win. And this has to go, I think, a long way, both last night and tonight, to get into situations where you have a chance and you have to make plays to win, and you guys did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely dig ourselves a little hole. That would be really nice if we stopped doing, but... Rule number one is put the shovel down when you're in a hole, right? Pretty much.
But got to come out on the jump just strong from the beginning and not having to put ourselves in that position to come back.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you look at something here, Ari, real quick on this board right here. It says game high right there. Jackie Nicholson was from Australia. In 2012, she scored 31. Liv Knapp, just a couple of years ago, she played at CSI last year. She played for us in 2022, scored 33. Then in 2020, Essie Latu had 34. Paulina Tarawa had 2018 had 34. 2013, Marissa Hogan had 34. Those are the single game history high points. You had 35 tonight. You are now the single game leading scoring champ at Central Wyoming since we brought basketball back in 2008. Congratulations on that. And tell me a little bit about the performance today. I think you played all but just a few minutes of this ball game too, in fact.
It was more of what can I do for the team? What can I do to contribute and pulling my weight, and more if other people are not pulling weight, I got to do that for the team so that we as a unit can get it going. I feel like me getting it going had everyone hype, had all of us hyped to just keep going and going, and I couldn't thank God more than anything. And I think just being a clutch player and coming down to any situation, I feel like I'm that person to get that going.
It's quite a weekend. You had a game high last night. You hit the game winner last night. You come out and score 35 tonight. What are you going to do for an encore the next game on Tuesday?
Same thing. Just get at it. Get at it. Keep pushing. Keep going.
I love your confidence.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I'm glad it happened in a W.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, records are good, but they mean so much more when it comes with a W. Shout outs, Tiff. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Obviously my parents, love them. They,
despite not giving you the track jeans?
They actually came straight from Louisiana and drove straight from the airport to be here for this weekend, so I really appreciate them.
All right.
But yeah.
Fantastic. Ari, we had you do something last night. You want to do it again?
Yeah, same people, God, and my family from Texas, and that's all I got.
All right. Any questions for me? I'm always doing the interview, and all right.
Thank you for these interviews.
Absolutely. You guys, I appreciate you guys coming up and doing this, and I am looking forward to the rest of the season. And like I said, these two games, getting in these situations is not something in the last few years that has went the way of the Rustlers when they get into these close situations, and you guys have done it twice now. So I commend you on that, and Coach Westmoreland, and come back to work with your lunch pail on Monday and come see what happens on Tuesday against NJC.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you, Ari Rodriguez and Tiffany Trevort, speaking with me at the intermission here. Stay with us. The Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show continues. We'll take a look at the first half stats. Central out to a tie right now with Dawson at 38 apiece, and we'll be back after this break. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Have you noticed it? Maybe just a feeling that you can't really explain. It's your heart yearning to lift others into living their best lives. Let Central Wyoming College help you turn your passion for people into one of the most in-demand careers, social work. At CWC, our expert instructors combine small class sizes, one-on-one attention, and hands-on training to help you become a counselor and advocate for individuals, families, and communities. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of experts in the field of social work.
Hi, this is Tana with Fremont County Prevention Program. I'd like to thank wholeheartedly all veterans and their families who so selflessly served our country. I hope you enjoy your weekend with friends and family. And if you're curious about who we are or have any questions, please go to our website, fremontcountyprevention.com.
Thanks to all of our veterans on this Veterans Day, 11-11. As it's 38-38, our score. First half action in the books. 6 lead changes, 2 ties in this one. Julian Roberts, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Sam Marbury, 8 points, 6 rebounds. And I'm looking for Sam out there. He left the game holding his head, and I do not see him back out there now he just walked out onto the court, so he is back out there. That is good news for Central. 4 points for De La Cruz, 3 for Tedeschi, 1 for Warren, 2 for Solomon. And Javon Nesbitt, 6 points and 4 rebounds. Lucas Engel with a rebound in the basketball game as well. For the Dawson County Bucks, Seth Ammanrud has 14. He has 2 3-pointers to go along with that. 7 for Jordan Jasper off the bench. Ty Buckman held to just 3 points in the first half with 4 rebounds by the defense of the Rustlers. Levi O'Brien has 3. Dimitri Kindle has 3. Kerr Malaire has 2. Alexis Nika has 2. Raniel Ogwekwe 2, and Justin Aussie has 2. So Central defense, like I said, keeping Ty Buckman kind of in check in this one as he averages 23 a game. He scored 26 in the championship game last week of that Mondac tournament. He's an excellent three-point shooter, and maybe feeling a little bit of it as he ended up airballing 1 3-pointer out there just a few moments left in the first half. Central from the floor, 15 of 36. Pretty well shooting, 42%. On the other side, Dawson, 15 of 31. 5 less shots, but have made the same amount. Central, 3 of 12 from the arc. Dawson, 4 of 11 from the arc. Dawson has hit 4 of 6 free throws. Central has hit 5 of 10 free throws. 9 turnovers by the Bucks in the first half. 4 turnovers by the Rustlers in the first half. Central has out-rebounded the Bucks unofficially 21-20 is our score. Our possession arrow is burnt out on the other side, so we'll be putting together a GoFundMe account if you want to help purchase a new possession arrow for us at Central. But, oh, now it's back. There's nobody sitting over there, and the possession arrow is miraculously back. It will be Dawson basketball when we come back from this timeout. This has been your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by WYDOT, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. Please buckle up. Dawson basketball tied at 38 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard when we come back.
Are you, like many, struggling with the loss of a loved one to suicide? Are you feeling alone and isolated? We understand what you're going through, and we are here to offer you hope, courage, and support. You are invited to join us at the Lost Survivors Support Group. Every second Monday of the month, we meet at the Methodist Church located at 1116 West Park Avenue in Riverton. Our group is a safe place to share your story, your feelings, and your experiences. You don't have to go at it alone. You'll find understanding, empathy, and a listening ear. We can help you cope with the loss and move forward with your life. For questions, please contact Janet Nyberg at 307-851-7188 or Sue Rector, 307-840-0311. We look forward to seeing you at the Lost Survivors Support Group every second Monday of the month at the Methodist Church in Riverton, Wyoming.
Introducing the Rustler Cattle Company Podcast, part of the Rustler Podcast Network at Central Wyoming College. Explore the world of meat science with instructor Amanda Winchester and guests for the latest in agriculture and meat science. Whether you're a pro or just curious, the podcast offers insightful discussions and industry updates. Check it out at cwc.edu and search podcast. Subscribe, share now, and be part of the cattle and meat science community. Find it on all major podcast platforms. And don't forget to follow the Rustler Cattle Company on Facebook.
Your home of Rustler basketball is 88.1 KCWC FM, Riverton, Wyoming.
Dawson basketball to begin the second half. Rustlers in their road blacks. Marbury not going to start the second half. Jaden Warren will play in his place. Sam is at the end of the bench talking with head coach Brad Schmidt right now next to Mike Newman. He went out of the game with looked like a head injury. Doesn't look like he feels real great holding his head in his hands right now on the bench. I think we'll probably see Sam, but we'll see what happens. So Tedeschi, Warren, Roberts, De La Cruz, and Nesbitt, the 5 dressed in black for the Rustlers to begin the second half. Buckman, Aussie, Ammanrud, O'Brien, and Ogwekwe dressed in white for the Buccaneers with red accents. They're in the home whites, yet on the road today in the Classic. O'Brien down low, Aussie, bodies in, nice move. I think a more concentrated effort by Coach Pete to get the ball into the hands of Aussie, who is a load to handle for the smaller Rustlers. Tedeschi was out of bounds, and they'll turn it over. Had to spin. He's needing some help. So he talks to his teammates, and he'll turn it over. Largest lead of the game for the Bucks was 6. Largest lead for the Rustlers was 7. Buckman, O'Brien steps back. He'll light a triple. That is no good. Aussie, though, the rebound. He'll be fouled. Making his presence known early here in the second half is Justin Aussie. Central foul on Nesbitt. Third personal on Javon. Foul trouble, really not a whole lot of anything. He's the first one to 3 for either team here today. Cannot get the free throw, however. 4 of 7 on the day are the Buccaneers. Glendive, Montana, their city of origin, Dawson County. Free throw number 2 is also no good, and Roberts will get the rebound as the Rustlers get a stop. 40-38 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Dawson a 2-point lead, almost thrown into the backcourt. Tedeschi goes back to get it. We've played a minute of the second half. 2-2 Central, 4-0 as Roberts will get free, get laid off glass and in, and tied up. 4-0 are the Buccaneers, undefeated on the season. Ball batted out of there by De La Cruz, taken away by Warren. Up ahead to De La Cruz. He'll fire in, and contact, nothing called, and a rebound by Almenrud. Buckman, 2 big steps in a right-hand layup on the left-hand side, and he'll score. Quickly up ahead, De La Cruz loses it, and handing it back is Ogwekwe. He'll get it back, and he'll lose the handle. Goes baseline, tapped out of there by Jaden Warren. It's going to stay Buccaneer basketball. Jaden Warren, the vocal leader of this Central team, always helping out his team. Ogwekwe down low to Aussie. He will reverse layup and be fouled by Roberts. That is number 1 on Juice. And Aussie's going to go back to the line. He just missed 2 there a moment ago. And we're going to get a quick timeout. And that will let me take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back with more basketball after this. 42-40. Dawson out in front. 18-13 left. Full timeout.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marrying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
Aussie is 14 of 22 on the year. He just missed 2 free throws a second ago, and he'll get that one. Five points for Aussie, a 3-point lead. Second one is good as well. Full court pressure from the Buccaneers. Tedeschi. Oh boy, 2 Buccaneers ran into each other, O'Brien and Aussie. Roberts has it knocked out of there, but picked up by Nesbitt. He'll fly it out to the corner. De La Cruz for 3 is no good. Buckman, the rebound up ahead of the pack. Jaden Warren will try to corral it on the inline. Can't. It'll go out of bounds, but he'll save the layup. Nesbitt had a thought a pretty good look from close, but he sends it out to De La Cruz for a three. He had a good look from three, but didn't knock it down. Ogwekwe takes the inbound, hands it to Amanrud. Switch with Warren on him defensively. Go back door, tipped out of there by Nesbitt. Aussie falls down. Nesbitt dribbles over the top of him, hands it back out. 11 turnovers on Dawson. Central almost turns that one away. 44-40. Nesbitt triple is no good, and a good box out by Levi O'Brien. Wide open, Amanrud, corner, drills it. 17 for Seth Amanrud. And it's the largest lead of the night for the Buckaroos, for the Buccaneers. I was so good on not doing that. Here in Wyoming, we have a high school that has got a last name of the mascot name. As Roberts gets knocked to the floor, a tie-up. It's going to stay Central basketball. Coach Schmidt having words with the officials after how and why his 6'10" player got knocked to the ground in the first place. It's going to stay Central basketball on the arrow. The KC Buckaroos, and after 40-plus years of broadcasting to the sports, there is De La Cruz. Three is no good. I'm not that old, but I've known the Buckaroos for a while, and well, I don't know where Aussie was going with that one. He threw it right to Nesbitt, and Warren loses it. De La Cruz pulls it back out, working on Amanrud. Roberts to Nesbitt. He'll launch a three on the way. That one's no good, and Amanrud the rebound. Central 0 for 4 from the three-point line here in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half. Ogwekwe over Roberts, scores it. A new largest lead of the basketball game now of 9. And again, Sam Marbury on the Central bench. Nesbitt gets wide open for three again. He'll get it to Roberts. In traffic, he's fouled. Buckman might have got him first, but then Aussie did for sure. We'll see who gets the whistle. And it's going to go on Justin Aussie, his third. King Solomon will check in after this free throw by Julian Roberts. Rustlers have been outscored 11-2 here in the second half. And that free throw is going to help stop some of the hemorrhaging as Kindle will check back into the game for O'Brien. Solomon will check in for Tedeschi. Engel is going to come in for Roberts after this free throw. Molaire and Nika back in for the Buccaneers as well as Aussie and Ogwekwe come out. Had a great conversation with Coach Pete. It is 9th season. Played at Dawson, then Rocky Mountain College. They've been in the title game 6 times in the last 8 years up there in Region 13. They won their preseason tournament at the Four Bears Hotel and Casino in Newton last weekend. Roberts gets both, and then they turn over on the Buccaneers. Nesbitt pushing the issue, trailing the play. Warren back to Javon, corner. De La Cruz puts it on the ground, scoots it into the corner. King Solomon for three is good. Give the assist to De La Cruz. Back to a 4-point game. Buckman throws it away. He was trying to fake out Engel and instead trying to hit Amanrud in the corner, throws it away. Turnover number 14, but then Nika gets it back. He'll miss the layup, gets it back, puts it in. Central turns it over. Then Central's going to give it away again on the inbound. Amanrud will trigger it inbounds. Way out of that inbounds. Just threw it too far away from Jaden Warren in the corner. And back to a 6-point lead on the 7th turnover by Central. Corner, Jasper goes over King Solomon. Misses the shot, and Nesbitt with his 5th rebound for Javon. Spins on Amanrud, dishes underneath. Engel reverse lay it is good. Extra pass by Javon Nesbitt. Lucas Engel's first basket of the game. It's a 4-point Buccaneer advantage. 15 minutes left to play in the contest on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Amanrud hands it back to Jasper. Spins into the paint. Touched by King Solomon as he tried to go to Malaire, and it goes out of bounds. It will stay Buccaneers basketball with 14 to shoot. And a 4-point advantage with 14:50 left in the second half. Malaire gives it up to Amanrud. Seth gets a pick. And the pick and roll doesn't find Nika. 6 to shoot, floating. Kindle missed it, got his own rebound and puts it up and in. Just right back into his hands, and he'll get the rebound and the putback. Back to a 6-point pad. 9 has been the biggest lead for either team. Central had a 7-point lead. Buccaneers with a 9-point lead. De La Cruz step back, doesn't shoot a long three, but Nesbitt will. That one's no good. Engel, the rebound, put it up and in, but they'll say it's on the floor. Good minutes for Engel coming in, and he's going to be fouled by Jordan Jasper. Number 3 on Jasper. He is the second Buccaneer to 3 fouls as Nesbitt and Cruz come out. Tedeschi and Beeman come back in for Central. Tedeschi, Beeman, Nesbitt, Javon drives, finds Engel, back to Javon. Pump fakes the 3, doesn't do it. Give back to Javon, scooted in the corner. Beeman's triple is good. Bradley Beeman in the corner for 3, cuts the lead in half. At 53-50, full court pressure out of Beeman on Jasper now. Trying to catch him in a half-court trap. Malaire, alley-oop on the way. Nika will lay it off glass and in. Back up by 5. Another triple on the way. This one Solomon doesn't go. Amanrud with the Bucks rebound and a blocking foul on Engel underneath. It's going to be an and 1 for Seth Amanrud. Now Engel has tried to take some of those charges before, and he's been in the ring. I'm going to watch this one and see, because this one was questionable down on the low corner here. As Amanrud and, Lucas inside of that ring again. And maybe taking those charges cleanly, but his feet just inside. And we'll get the media timeout. 13:37 left to play in regulation time. It's the Buccaneers 57. It's the Rustlers 50. Amanrud has 19 with a chance at 20. He'll do that when we come back from this timeout. This is Rustler basketball from 88.1.
Rustler Volleyball. 88.1.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business, it's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
$57-50. Dawson out in front of the Rustlers with 13:33 left to play in regulation time. Good afternoon. I'm John Gabrielson. Appreciate you tuning in on 88.1. Joe Warmberg is our student director. Noah's our camera operator out of the new media degree. He's actually a film student moonlighting as a new media degree person. Seth Amanrud is at the line. His season high is 14. He's eclipsed that easily. Gets the three-point play there. Amanrud with 20 now. New season high for him. Tedeschi to Beeman to Nesbitt. Corner. King Solomon triple is no good. Nika the rebound. backcourt as Jasper gets taken down. King Solomon's going to help him up. Foul is whistled on King. His first on King Solomon. A great night last night against the Utah Prep. 13 left. Jasper, low block. He's going to get fouled by Engel. He got Lucas in the air. Lucas gets popped in the jaw pretty good on that one as well. And he's going to check his snoot, see if he's got some blood on that one, as he just got caught in the air on the pump fake and got caught in the air. And here will come Jordan Jasper at the line. Jasper 3 for 4 from the stripe on the day. He will tie the largest lead of the game for the Buccaneers now of 9. Roberts back in for Engel. Good minutes for Lucas, though. 2 points, 2 boards.
One shot.
While in. 2 points, 1 board while in. He has 2-2 for the game. Jasper's second opportunity and the largest lead of the night for the undefeated Buccaneers now of 10. 60, 50, 13 left. Tedeschi almost has it picked off by Buckman, who read it, just couldn't get there in time. It's going to stay Central Ball in front of the scoring table. Rustlers back home again on the 22nd. Ladies at home on Tuesday hosting NJC. Beeman in the corner misses the triple. And Ogwekwe goes up for the rebound, and getting pushed out of bounds is Buckman on the foul by, no foul, just pushed out of bounds. Central women won 99-93. Dawson only had 2 subs in the game and fouled out 3 people and ended the game with 4 girls on the court earlier today. Nika wide open 3, good. Alexis Nika, and it's a 13-point advantage. Dawson has outscored the Rustlers as Tedeschi gets knocked down to the ground. He'll be fouled by Kindle. Dawson has outscored the Rustlers 25-12. You can see why they average 99 a game. They've scored 25, and we're still 2:20 away from the halfway mark of the first half. Kindle got his feet, say the official just tripped him up. De La Cruz, Warren, Roberts, Nesbitt, and Tay Hollins into the ball game. Tay in the corner. Puts it on the ground, finds Nesbitt. Javon working on Nika. Back out to De La Cruz. Hollins again. Now Roberts, baseline 15. Missed it. Pushed back up and in by Jaden Warren on the offensive rebound. Much needed basket for the Rustlers. They trail by 11 now. 11:49 left to play in the ball game. Buckman, haven't heard much out of him offensively tonight, but now he'll take that one all the way to the rack unscathed. He's got 7. Back to a 13-point lead. De La Cruz to Warren. Corner, Nesbitt wide open underneath. Roberts, finally Ogwekwe gets in there. Roberts will turn and score. He's now got 20. Does Julian Roberts with a nice little baby hook left hand. Cale Chamberlain and another player. It looks like Aussie going to come in. They're going to see what happens here. They're going to say it was off of Central and keep it Dawson basketball. Jaden Warren directing traffic for the Rustlers. Jasper to inbound. Finds Buckman. You know, they haven't heard a lot from Buckman until these last 2 drives, as that one's knocked out of there by Nesbitt. And this would be the time when you would expect someone like Ty Buckman, the MVP of last week's Mondac tournament, to step up and help lead his team with an 11-point lead Aussie on Nesbitt. Pump fake, bodies in. Baby hook, missed it. Nesbitt the rebound. Good defense by Javon. De La Cruz will bring it into the front court. And it's knocked away by Aussie. He is a big kid. And Coach Pete told me he's lost almost 70 pounds to be where he's at right now to help his basketball game. And see him standing next to Julian Roberts. Julian has an inch or two height on him, but on the scorecard, the weight advantage will go to Aussie. And like I said, he's lost some weight to be where he's at. And he's got pretty darn good footwork. Nesbitt from way downtown missed it. The three-pointer has eluded the Rustlers here in the second half. 2 for 11 in the second half, the Rustlers. From the three-point land. Nice job by Malaire as he'll get away and knock down the triple. Kerr Malaire. And they're going to call a flop. And so Central will get to shoot some free throws. Flop on Aussie. So let's watch this one here as Malaire. He didn't even go down. He just spun around kind of emphatically after Juice made contact with him underneath the paint. Free throw by De La Cruz is good. 5 points for De La Cruz, second leading scorer on the team. So one free throw. And Central basketball. Duga Morabota has checked into the ball game for Central. He's out there with Roberts, Tay Hollins, De La Cruz, and Jaden Warren. Biggest lead has been 14. It's now 13. De La Cruz rejected by Malaire, taken away by Malaire. Well, he went to the rack all by himself, and Malaire says, I'll take that. Chamberlain scoots it into the corner. Amonrood. Kid could stroke, but he doesn't get that one. Malaire puts it up awkwardly, but picked up by Aussie, and he'll score. Six points, 8 rebounds, Justin Aussie. And it's a 15-point Dawson lead, their biggest of the night. Cross court. Duga Morabota back out to Warren. Central needs somebody to step up and hit a bucket. Again, like I said, they are 2 of 11 from 3 as De La Cruz for 17 knocks it down, and Coach Schmidt will call a timeout. 70-57 the score. Central trailing by 13. A lot of time left at 9:27 left in the ball game, but right now it's been kind of ebbing the other way. 32 points in the second half right now by the Vikings. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more basketball right after we do this.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming roads and highways just as much as on the football field or the basketball court. Your game plan should always include wearing a seatbelt, and that goes for everyone in the vehicle. Check road conditions before you go. Call 511 or download the Y.511 app for road information at your fingertips. Finally, put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. This message brought to you by Y.Dot.
70-57 in favor of the undefeated Buccaneers of Dawson Community College. They beat Western Wyoming yesterday, 77-68, and they're out in front of the Rustlers right now, 70-57. Had 38 in the entire 20 minutes of the first half, and have now scored 32 in the first 10:30 of the second half, as they've exploded a bit. Amonrood, the only buck in double figures, and he's got 20. Massaquoi to Amonrood. Aussie. Chamberlain outside to Malaire. Another triple on the way for him. Great box out by Nesbitt. And it allows Julian Roberts. I'm going to call him Justin some more times as Tay Hollins' 3 does not go in. And a rebound by Amonrood. Amonrood rejected by Roberts, taken away by Nesbitt. It was taken away by Jaden Warren. Dugan Morabota hands it to Roberts. Turnaround 15, missed it. Jaden goes in, and saving it is De La Cruz. Roberts on Amonrood, and one. Amonrood tried to stop Julian Roberts. He's got 22 now. Amonrood will pick up his first personal foul. Nice tough move by Juice on the low block. Coach told me, he said, you're going to be impressed with Seth Amonrood, the 6'3 freshman out of Manhattan Christian High School, where he won a couple of state titles, has impressed me today as Roberts gets the three-point play. He's got 23, and it's a 10-point game. Dawson out in front, 8:20 left to play on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Massaquoi. Baseline Chamberlain 3, missed it. Aussie the rebound, that's no good. Punched out of there by Roberts. Driving and scoring. Central back within 8. Air ball. Aussie the rebound. It was Tay Hollins that scored on the other end for Central, by the way. Aussie with a rebound and a bucket on a missed 3 by Malaire. And a foul by Massaquoi. And that will be his first for Sam Massaquoi. 3 new Buccaneers checking in. Jasper, Buckman, and Ogwekwe coming in. 72-62. Rustlers still trail by 10 with 7.5 left. De La Cruz gets caught in a double team, bounces it to Hollins. Duga Moraboto flows in, and he throws it away. Trying to get to Roberts. Left side, Jasper jumps in, fire for 6, and he gets it. A quick turnaround of points on that exchange with a turnover and then an easy bucket on the other side. Have not seen Sam Marbury in the second half after he went down with what appeared to be a bit of a head injury in the first half. And then De La Cruz has pretty much the same thing happen to him on that low block, taking it the other way, put back up. Nope, foul on Central.
Good.
3 new Rustlers will come in as Ogwekwe will go shoot. Ogwekwe with 8 rebounds. And we got a media timeout. First timeout under 7, final media timeout of the ball game. 6:47 left. Buccaneers with a 12-point lead. They'll be at the free throw line after we come back from this break. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
The Wind River Casino has something for everyone when it comes to dining, and they're a great supporter of Rustler Radio. The Red Willow Steak and Seafood is open Thursday through Sunday from 4 to 10, then later on Friday and Saturday. The Buffalo Sportsbook Grill is open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and later on the weekends. And for a quick bite, the Jeniku Cafe is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And recently opened in the Buffalo Sportsbook Grill, they proudly serve Starbucks. Sunday through Wednesday from 7 to 7, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just south of Riverton on Highway 789 and online with more information at WindRiverHotelCasino.com.
Time winding down on the Rustlers, trying to put the first L on the Dawson County ledger. Down by a dozen with 6:47 left. Ogwekwe, 8 rebounds, 4 points, will go to the line. His first free throw is good.
One shot.
Dawson had a player in the NCAA tournament last year at the College of Charleston. Ended up losing to San Diego State by 4 early. He's now at Western Carolina as that second one goes down. 14-point lead. Their biggest has been 15. The Dawson women had CWC down by 17 at one point before Central came back to win that in overtime. Jaden Warren. Ogwekwe jumps out on him. They'll find Roberts. He'll fire from 17. Missed the mark. And a rebound by Amanrud. Dawson doing a very good job defensively. Amanrud underneath. Ogwekwe fouled. And free throws coming. Dawson's defense has not given Central a lot of the shots that they would like to take. Jaden Warren with the foul, by the way. He thought he had a block. And it's going to put Ogwekwe at the line. He can match the largest lead of the game, and he can then give them a new largest lead of the game. He cannot, though, there. Coach Pete also told me 11 of his 21 kids in his program had straight A's at mid-semester check. Kind of like that as well. He does have 7 red shirts on the team. 3 of them, 3 from last year, are playing in Miller, Chamberlain, and Orr. 77-62, matching the largest lead of the night of 15. Sullivan in the corner. O'Brien on him defensively. 6 minutes left to play. Roberts getting the ball 18 feet from the hoop, has it pickpocketed by Jasper and taken away by Jasper. Right side, Aussie running the floor to lay it up and in. 12 points for Justin Aussie with his 8 rebounds. Largest lead of the night now by the visitors of 17. Sullivan back up top to Deshi. He'll float for 8. Got it, and he's fouled. Nice job by Vince Tedeschi. Free throw forthcoming by Tedeschi. 4th foul on Jordan Jasper, by the way. Nika will come in for Ogwekwe. There's going to be a comeback. The time to start it is now for Central, and that 3-point play by Tedeschi may be something that can get it done. Vince cannot get the 3-point play, though, and then Jaden Warren baps Aussie in the side of the head and will pick up his 2nd personal foul. Sends Aussie to the free throw line with 5:32 left. 79-64. Aussie 1 in the bonus. 9 fouls on the Rustlers. Free throw is no good. Nesbitt will come away with a rebound for Central, his 7th. Tedeschi, right side, Warren. Drives all the way in, blocked out of there by Nika, but fouled by Nika. Alexis doesn't like the call. He didn't figure that was the case. Jaden Warren's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Amanda has informed me that Noah's a double major, so new media and film now. All right. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Doing a lot of camera work for us this weekend as Jaden's free throw is good. 4 points for Warren. Second opportunity is as good as the first. Rustlers could use a stop. Buckman across the line. Finds O'Brien. Should have thrown it to Alexis Nika. He was out of bounds. But he did not. Jasper spins on Nesbitt, gives it off. Nika, lay it up and in. Nice dish. Nika streaking towards the rack, and a great find by Jasper, and he lays it up and in. Under 5 left to play. A 15-point lead to Deshi. Spins. Baseline Warren. Back up top, Nesbitt. De La Cruz will check in next. Dead ball for Central. 10 to shoot now for C-Dub. Roberts, he'll launch a 3. That's good. Julian Roberts, he's got 26. Cuts the lead to 12. Could use a stop again if you're Central defensively now. These two teams haven't met a lot. This is the 9th meeting as Buckman is going to be fouled by Roberts. Julian with his 2nd personal foul, and Ty Buckman will go to the line. Central and Dawson. It's the 9th meeting with Dawson on the men's side. Central leads at 6-2, though. Dawson has won 2 of the last 3. They haven't played since 2018, though, when Dawson won by 18. And they're poised to win 3 of the last 4. As that free throw goes in by Buckman. He's got 8 with 5 rebounds. Buckman lines up another and rattles it home. 83-69, 4 minutes left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tedeschi dishes to Roberts. He'll have it blocked out of bounds by Ogwekwe, and it will stay Central basketball. Second half shooting for Central, 11 of 27, 41%. So pretty much the same percentage as the first half, but they're 3 of 13 from the arc. Nesbitt one-on-one, Amanrud spin, turn around for 6, got it. 8 points for Javon Nesbitt. Back down to 12, just under 4 minutes left to play. Jasper, they wanted a timeout. They get it. And it will be a timeout with 3:42 left to play in the contest. Dawson 83, Central 71. Will return after this break. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
This broadcast comes to you in part by Fremont Therapy. They offer physical, occupational, and sports therapy in Lander, Riverton, Rawlins, and Green River, Wyoming. They are the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game and can be found online at FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Looking for a flexible and convenient way to further your education? Consider online learning with Central Wyoming College. Our distance learning courses offer the same quality and benefits as on-campus classes, while allowing you to study on your own schedule. Central offers a wide range of online associate, bachelor's, and certificate programs to fit your needs. Enroll today and take the next step in your education and career. All of the details are found at cwc.edu.
12-point Buccaneer advantage. Late stages of the second half of this one. Buccaneers have outscored Central 45-33 after we were deadlocked at 38 at the break. And they have built a 12-point advantage. Amanrud, Jasper, O'Brien, Ogwekwe, and Isaiah Miller, the 5 in white for the Bucks. Tedeschi, Warren, De La Cruz, Roberts, and Nesbitt, the 5. For the Rustlers, have not seen Sam Marbury in the second half of this one after leaving the game with an injury in the first half. Jasper floats it underneath. Ogwekwe lost it, but he was out of bounds when he leapt in the air, and they'll turn it over. So C-Dub gets a stop of sorts. Demetric Kindle will come back into the lineup out of Houston, Texas, and Furr High School. Nesbitt pulls it across the timeline, and a blocking foul going to be called on Isaiah Miller. That is number 8. And that'll send Javon Nesbitt to the line for 1 and a bonus. Chance to score without the clock moving for Central now. 3:25 left in the contest on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Free throw is good by Javon. He'll get another. He's got 9 to go with 7 rebounds. Central in the second half, though, the three-point shooting. Well, didn't like to shoot it great in the first half. 3 of 12 in the first half, 3 of 13 in the second half. Second one by Javon is good. 10-point ball game, closest Central's been in a while after getting down by 17. Ogwekwe, the logo at midcourt, gives it back to Jasper. Shut off by Roberts as he tried to go down low. Back out to Jasper. Nesbitt on him defensively. Penetrates, goes into the paint. Rejected by Roberts. Taken away by Jaden Warren. Great defense. Nesbitt leans in. He'll put it up. Missed it. Ball bounces. That's going to be Central basketball. Nesbitt missed one close. The ball bounced off the floor from the hands of Ogwekwe, hit the underneath of the basket and went out of bounds, and so Central will get it back. 2:50 left. Roberts gives it back to Warren. Underneath Nesbitt. Oh, he just took his eye off the ball and turned it over. I think he was looking about making a play. Instead, shot missing. Ball goes to the ground, and pulling it out of there is Jasper. He just about got open field tackled. Amonrud rejected and going to the ground. He'll go to the line as well as he is fouled by Vince Tedeschi. Third personal on Vince. Amonrud back to the line. Amonrud, by the way, 3 of 6 from the line coming into the weekend as a 50% free throw shooter. Has scored 35 points, and now on the season he's scored 35 points, and tonight alone he has 21. Doubling his point output tonight is Amonrud. Nika has 11, Aussie has 12, Jasper has 11, Buckman with just 9 tonight. Amonrud gets both. He has 22, the lead is back to 12. De La Cruz going to go the distance. High, bouncing ball, misses off the iron. Jasper, the rebound, is fouled in the backcourt by Tedeschi. Vince will get his 4th personal foul now. And the time, not the friend of the Rustler right now with 2:22 left to play. Women won in overtime, 99-93 after they were down 17 at one point. Dawson finished the game with only 4 players on the court after 3 fouled out, and they only had the 2 subs. Jasper free throw is no good. 16 of 22 are the Buccaneers from the free throw line. Good for 73%. 7 of 18 from the arc today. Just a skosh under 40. Jasper gets the second one. De La Cruz gloves a long pass. Almost got away from him. 2:15 left. Nesbitt back to De La Cruz. 17-foot line won't do it. Nesbitt thought about a 3, doesn't. Tedeschi back to Nesbitt. Right side, Jaden Warren runs past his man, takes it to the rack, and is going to be set down on the floor and fouled by Ogwekwe. And he says, hey, I was straight up. Coach says something to him, and he acknowledges, says, all right, you're good. Jaden Warren to the line with 2:03 left now. Aussie and Nika coming back in after this free throw by Jaden Warren. His first is on the way and is solid. Jaden Warren, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line today. Has 6 points. Miller and Ogwekwe check out. Second free throw, no good. Falls off the left side. Jasper will pick it up. Long pass to Amonrud. They'll reset up their offense. Amonrud thought about a 3, does not. And he'll spin around and find Aussie. He'll body in on Roberts. Spin, pump fake, and score. 14 points for Justin Aussie. Back to a 14-point lead. De La Cruz misses. Aussie the rebound. 80 seconds left. Jasper pump fakes the three, and he gets sat down by Tedeschi, who will foul out of the ball game. Vince will leave with 2 rebounds and 5 points. And coach is calling off the dogs for Central as Beeman, Solomon, Hollins, and Ryan Wells will check in along with Lucas Engel, and Coach Pete going to do the same. Martin Orr will check in. Cooper Lanting will check in. Cooper's all the way from Australia getting in this ball game.
2 shots.
1:18 left in a 14-point game. Coach Schmidt talking with Javon Nesbitt on the end of the bench. At the end of this one, have the interview with a couple of Rustlers in a quick Bailey Enterprises post-game show as Jasper misses the first free throw. He'll have another. Second. Good. Lanting will get into the game now. Cooper, 6'2", freshman out of Melbourne, Australia. Martin Orr, 6 foot, out of Harrison, Montana. Wells, the freshman for Central out of DuBois, Wyoming. Has it in the left side corner. Australian guarding him. Solomon finds Engel. Gives it back to King. Shovels it with one hand. Beeman for 3. Heel of the iron. Hollins ends up with it, lays it up and in. Tay Hollins has 4. Final minute of basketball. Buckman ends up with it on the far side. Aussie now between the circles. Amanrud gives it up. Orr doesn't shoot. The bench wants him to score. Aussie, he score instead as he fires it over Wells. 16 for Aussie. Shot clock done with. Final 20 seconds of the game. Wells goes baseline. Throws it back up top to Hollins. Solomon looking. They're going to stay undefeated after a road trip against Region 9. Tay Hollins for 3, no good. And it's saved. 3 on the way at the buzzer is no good. And this game is over. Final score here this afternoon on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. It is the undefeated Buccaneers of Dawson Community College. They're now 5-0 with a 91-76 win over the Central Wyoming College Rustlers. They win by 15 here tonight, outscoring the Rustlers 53-38 in the second half. Central scores 38 in both halves. Dawson scores 38 in the first and 53 in the second, and they win by the 15-point margin. Stay with us. We will have a quick interview with a player or two that Coach Brad Schmidt will send up to us here in just a minute. And we'll wrap it up with the Bailey Enterprises postgame show. Thanks to Jill, Noah, and Amanda for providing us with the video and the audio side of the equation from us here in the gym as the Rustlers fall. They're now 2-3 on the season. They'll be back home on the 22nd of November hosting NJC. The women will be back home Tuesday night hosting NJC after they got an overtime win over Dawson earlier this afternoon. Final score on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, Dawson 91, Central 76. Your Bailey Enterprises postgame show comes your way after this timeout. This has been a presentation of Rustler Media.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference, make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
Myers Gambles is a proud supporter of Rustler Sports Broadcasts. They're located in downtown Lander at 420 Main Street, offering furniture, mattresses, appliances, home office, kitchen, and more. They feature brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Jenn-Air. Turn around, shop in town. More details can be found online at landergambles.com.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
Thanks to Bailey Enterprises for the sponsorship of the postgame show here tonight as the Dawson Buccaneers stay undefeated. They're 5-0. They defeat the Rustlers, who are now 2-3. 91-76, your final. Second half, the difference, 53-38. Bucks go out and win it. Seth Ammanrud kept his team in it early. He had 22 points to lead the way for the the Buccaneers. I knew I would do it again. Justin Aussie had 16, 13 for Jordan Jasper. Alexis Nika had 11 in the contest. Ty Buckman, just 9 points for their leading scorer tonight, but it was 4 others in double figures, I guess, that helped spell the difference. Roniel Ogwekwe had 7. Kerr Malaire had 5. Dimitri Kindle had 5. Levi O'Brien had 3 to lead the way for Dawson. That was their scoring. They out-rebounded Central 53-33 was the unofficial rebounding tally. Central led by Julian Roberts. He has a new season high, a new career high for the Rustlers. He had 25 last night. He had 26 tonight. He does so with 7 rebounds to lead the way for the Rustlers. Javon Nesbitt also had 7 rebounds. He scores 10 points in the ballgame. They were the only 2 in double figures for Central. De La Cruz had 7. Vince Tedeschi had 5. Jaden Warren had 6. King Solomon had 5. Sam Marbury had 8 points and 6 rebounds before he left the game in the late stages of the first half with an injury, and we'll hope that he's okay, as he did not return in the second half. He sat on the end of the bench by the coaches for the Rustlers, but you miss that kid with 8 points and 6 rebounds in the first half and did not play in the second half. Javon Nesbitt, 10 points, 7 rebounds, as I mentioned. Tay Hollins had 4. Lucas Engel had 2 in the ball game, and the Dawson Bucks win it 91-76 was the final score here today. Final shooting numbers for the Rustlers: 6 of 28 from the arc. That's only 21%. They would like to shoot that ball a little better from 3, especially on the home court, but don't tonight. 6 of 28, 28 of 71 for the game. They actually had 9 more shots than did Dawson, but ended up making 5 less than did Dawson. Central 14 of 21 from the free throw line, only 67% as well. For the Buccaneers, they got 34 points off their bench tonight, 34 of their 91 coming from the bench. They hit 53 of 62. That's 53%. That's a pretty good clip. 7 of 18, just under 40% from the arc, and 18 of 26 from the free throw line tonight for the Dawson Bucks. We have Jaden Warren will come up in our postgame show here in a moment. This is the Bailey Enterprises postgame show. We'll return with J-Dog right after this quick break. This is Rustler Basketball, brought to you by Bailey Enterprises, our postgame show.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming roads and highways just as much as on the football field or the basketball court. Your game plan should always include wearing a seatbelt, and that goes for everyone in the vehicle. Check road conditions before you go. Call 511 or download the Y.511 app for road information at your fingertips. Finally, put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. This message brought to you by Y.Dot.
County10.com supports this Rustler radio broadcast. At County 10, their mission is to connect the communities that make up Fremont County. Whether you're looking for updated community news, the local events calendar, up-to-date job listings, the details about new businesses in town, the Student of the Week spotlight, or just want to watch local athletic events, County10.com is working to keep Fremont County communities connected.
Back on the Bailey Enterprises postgame show, we're talking with Jaden Warren of the CWC Rustlers after this one. And 38-38 at the break, and it seemed like you guys kind of had chances to get a bigger lead than 7 at a couple of different times. What was the feeling at halftime at 38-38?
At 38-38, we went into the halftime. Sam Marbury got hurt. He got a concussion. So
right.
It kind of brought us down a little bit as a leadership because he was playing good at the same point in time. But we were coming into the mindset of, like, they're going to come out with some steam because yesterday's game against Winster, they kind of blew them at the halftime. So we had to be ready from the get-go. And we just had little hiccups down the road. We kind of just didn't get no defensive and offensive rebounds. We were kind of struggling right there, but we just have our head up and be ready for the next game coming up.
Right, and then this one in the second half, it didn't really ever seem like it was out of hand, but just never really got close either.
Yeah.
And I know you're a very vocal leader on this team, and you're always helping out, directing. I mean, you're kind of the most vocal one, and I think you like that leadership role right there.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit more about that and how you're helping and talking today in this one.
Well, I'm just trying to keep my head up high because I don't want to if I bring myself down, I feel like I bring the team down. And I take that huge weight on my shoulders, and I just want everybody to keep their head up, even if they're missing shots, because we did have a flu of missing shots, and I want everybody to keep shooting, Javon to keep shooting, Lawrence to keep shooting, Julian to keep attacking, get into the free throw line, Vincent to keep his head up. I just want everybody to have their head up and not get down on themselves throughout the game, because if one goes down, we all go down as a team. I didn't want that to happen.
Well, and like talking, Julian puts on his sheet, he wants to be you, and he credits you with recruiting him to Central Wyoming College. So they do that. Talk about the next game for us.
Next game we got snow, so we're playing on their home court, so it's got to be a tough game, but I think we're going to be ready. He's got to have these next 72 hours to be locked in and just rest up and just get ready.
Well, and you guys have, 22 games in – there are 10 games in the first 22 days of November. That's a heck of a schedule, but you guys aren't going to shy away from it. I know that.
No, we're not.
All right. Appreciate you coming up, Jaden.
Thank you.
Good luck on the road at Snow, and get Sam's head feeling better.
I got you. I'll get you a jacket, too.
Well, you have to tell me you got to let me know the price. I got to pull my weight. You have a YouTube channel, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Is that what it? And tell us how would somebody get to the YouTube channel?
So last year I twisted my ankle. So I twisted my ankle, and they just kept telling me because how energetic I am and how my personality is on and off the court, and just how funny I am, and they just kept telling me why not start a YouTube channel, or do video games, or just do something. So I really kind of took it to heart. This last year, does it start recording, not for just vlog purpose, but just memories, because this is only a 2-year school, and I really miss my old teammates. They really made me feel like home here, and my new teammates here really made me feel like home. And
but you're helping them feel like home, as well.
Yeah. It's just a brotherhood. Coach did a really great job on recruiting these new players. So
I thought I saw Sam wearing the dog mentality. That's your brand,
That's
right?
my brand, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, cool. Well, hey, I'll let you go be with the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay healthy this weekend. Good luck next week.
I got you. Thank you, sir.
It's Jaden Warren of the CWC men's basketball team. They fall tonight. They're 2-3 on the season. They'll head on to Snow College and take them on. They'll be back at home on the 22nd of November here at CWC when they take on NJC. We'll be back at it again on Tuesday of next week. The ladies will take on NJC after they pulled off a 99-92 overtime win here tonight. Big thanks to Jill, to Noah, to Amanda, to Francis, to Devin Davis. I'm John Gabrielson, the Rustlers, with a split tonight. We'll be back on the air Tuesday when the Lady Rustlers take on NJC. Don't forget the Rustler Minute. Don't forget RustlerAthletics.com. This has been a presentation of Rustler Radio from Rustler Media.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars